everyone, welcome to the channel. So I'm playing a game here called Mindustry. I think it's how you say that. This game it's been around for a while. I'm quite sure I played it before. Maybe like a demo or something like that. But it I don't remember it being the way it is. I mean, the way it is now. There's a lot more to the game than I had thought originally. So I went ahead and purchased it. Now, at $10 for the game, that's actually, for the amount of content that you get from this game, that's $10 is actually a really good deal. But I actually picked it up for 60% off, so I got it for $4. So, especially for $4, it's like a steal. You know, it's a no-brainer. I haven't looked at mods yet. There is mods in the game. I can't really see because I guess my picture's in the way. But there is mods in the game, and so I haven't looked at any of those. There's Steam Workshop, so there's that's pretty cool in itself. But the game itself is better than I originally thought. Now, I'm going to go into the campaign. I have played a few. I've done these three here. I've undone that one, and I've captured... No, not that one. I've captured this one, the craters. So, I've got most of the tech tree unlocked. So there are some things here that I don't have unlocked yet. But I just want to... The purpose of this video is to basically explain the, kind of go over the turrets. So this game, I'm going to go into this one here. This game is really, it's really, cool as far as the turrets now. So you've got a great deal of turrets here, quite a few turrets here, okay? And some fire at air, some fire at ground, some fire at both. So, I'll put myself back over here again. So, but I want to kind of go over some of the things, something that I've learned about on this game. And hopefully, this will, maybe, there may be something that you guys don't know about, or, some of you don't know about. If you're kind of on the fence on whether to get this game or not, maybe this will help shed some light on it and entice you to buy it. So, when you first start playing the game, you get the Duo gun turret, okay? And it tells you, it even says on the bottom there, on the bottom of the turret, it says copper. So it tells you to produce copper, mine copper, and feed that into the turret. Excuse me. So that is the ammo that it requires, that it takes is copper. So I assumed that it was the only ammo for that turret. But to my surprise, it's not. So let me go and click on this and you'll see what I'm talking about. So you've got all these ammo types. So, and they each do different things. So copper gives you 9 damage. Now this ammo multiplier, I'm not really sure how that works. So I guess you have 1 ammo and it gives you 2. I'm not really sure how the ammo multiplier works. But I mean it's what it does what it says it does, then okay. It's kind of strange. Might be depending on how fast it fires, might require shoot more bullets at a time. That might be because some of them have like a burst effect. So I don't know. I don't think this one does though. It doesn't say it does. So, well, it just says it fires alternating bullets. So maybe, I'm not really sure. Anyway, so you've got copper, which is 9 damage. You got graphite, which does 18 damage. It's times 4 multiplier. But graphite has a negative 39% fire rate. And then you got silicon. So if you put in silicon, you're going to get 12 damage It's a little less than graphite, but you got a 50% fire rate, which is really good. Plus it homing. Plus they're homing bullets. Pretty awesome. Okay, pretty awesome. Plus you can enhance it by putting in liquid. So if you put in water, if you feed water into it, as you can see, 120% fire rate. Cryo fluid, which I still have yet to unlock yet, gives 145% fire rate. Okay, so that's just on one gun. Then you got all these. Now this one is the one that does fire only for air targets. So this is only for air targets. Does not fire on ground. So you got lead, and you can use metaglass in this. You can also use scrap in this. Now this one you get 190% fire rate for cryo fluid, which is really cool. That's almost 200% increase in fire rate, which is really awesome. So, and this shoots out it shoots a flak. It's like a flak cannon for aircraft. So, this one is nice. This is called Scorch. It takes two types. Got coal or pyrite. This is only for ground. And basically, it's like a flamethrower kind of way, for lack of a better term. It's like a flamethrower. It shoots flames at the target, burns any ground enemies close to it, highly effective at close range. And the damage is quite a bit more by putting in pyrite. So 17 for coal, and pyrite is 60 damage. The multiplier is really high, and it burns longer too, so it does more damage when it's burning. So pretty cool. And the fire rates are a little less on this one here, for example. But the next one we got is hail. This is like a long range artillery. Fires small shells at ground enemies over long distances. So the distance is 29.37 blocks. Okay. This only does graphite, silicon, and I always want to say silicone. I've been calling it silicone for years, and I just have it's a bad habit, so I probably keep saying it wrong. And then you got pyrite. So again, 45 damage for pyrite, and it burns longer. Now, each of these does a knockback. Actually, I guess they're the same, 0.8 knockback on all three of them. So, but this one is homing, and it gives you 20% fire rate. So really cool. And then of course standard 120, 145 on the boosters for the water or the fluid. This is called a wave. This is basically is used for putting out if you have an enemy that fires at you and shoots flamethrower and catches your buildings on fire. This will put it out. Fires a stream of liquid at enemies. Automatically extinguishes fires when supplied with water. So you can do water, slag, or oil, or cryo fluid. Okay. Now it does fire at air also as well as ground, and it does damage too. So you can use it as a damage. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You can see, 0.7, 0.55, 4 damage for slag. So it's not a lot of damage, but it does do some. But its main thing is to actually put out fighters. Now we got Lancer. This is another long range, pretty long range. It's 20 ranges, 20.62 blocks, which is a little bit less than the hail at 29. So this one here does not fire at air, it does ground. Charges and fires powerful beams of energy at ground targets. This one is really inaccurate. So if you get a lot of fast moving units, it will completely miss every time. So if they're moving around. But if they stop at your base, like say you have a wall and they stop at, it will be good for hitting with that. And the fire rate is 140, 190, which is really good. But look at the damage on this thing though. 140 damage. Now, the thing about this turret is it doesn't take any ammo. So you just power it up using different power methods. and it uses 360 power to fire, but it does a lot of damage. So, a lot of damage. Now this one here is called Arc. Same thing with this one. It doesn't use any ammo. It just is uses power. So this one does 11. Or I mean, sorry, it does ground damage is 20 damage. I'm not really sure what this negative 75% building damage is. And then shock. It'll shock enemies. And you get your fire rates. So again, this one just uses power. Fires an arc electricity at ground targets. Okay. Now this one here is called Parallax. This one also just uses power. Does not fire at ground. It's strictly an air type gun. So it fires a tractor beam that pulls in air targets, damaging them in the process. So it does do 18 damage per second. So decent amount. It's pretty good. This one here is called the Salvo. This is one of my favorite turrets. This one here fires fires quick salvos of both enemies. You can see there's quite a bit of different ammo types here. I have not come across thorium yet, but you can do copper, 11 damage, graphite's 20 damage, negative 39% fire rate again on that one. Thorium is 29 damage. That is the most damaging one. Silicon is 50% fire rate again, and homing, which is really nice to have. And then pyrrhotite is only 18 damage. Still pretty good. And it does has area effect damage too. And then it does 8 seconds for the burning. And then 140% fire rate, 190% fire rate for the fluids. And lastly, we have the Ripple. This one here is a little bit further than the Hail. So the Hail is at 29. This one's at 36 for the range. So this one shoots clusters of shells at ground enemies over long distances. So you got graphite, you got silicon, you got again, these are two different types I've never even come across before. Platinum and blast compound, and then pyrrhotite. So 45 damage, 55 damage for this. This is really good. And they all do knockback, looks like, too. So I just kind of want to give you a little bit of an idea of some of the types of turrets out there. That really, just that alone is what really made this game a lot more appealing to me. When I found out, I got really excited when I seen all these different ammo types you can put in. It's like, wow, I can really do different things, because if you don't have a lot of time, you want to get some quick defenses up, you can put like these up, put copper in them for now, and then eventually switch the ammo type, and you got basically a whole new gun. So really, really cool. So it really changes strategies a lot. So, but hope you guys liked the video. Please do like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.